Motivate, motivate, yeah. Motivate, motivate, yeah. 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 Motivate.
DINYL Nation, dialysis is not your life nation. Listen, welcome to Motivation with Fred, Second Chance family. Welcome to Motivation with Fred. We are excited today. You guys already know how I am, but the message that I want to bring across today, the motivational session, I'm trying to calm down because I really want you to get this message, because I believe that if you get this message on today, it will definitely change your life forever and put you in a place to where you can accomplish your goals, your dreams. You can go after life can get better. You can fix past mistakes, whatever in life that you choose to do. The information that goes forth today, I believe that if you grab this today, if you grasp this today, it will definitely change your life. So I'm going to slow down today. It may go into 2 sessions. So listen, I'm just pumped up today. I'm pumped up today. I'm going to say again, welcome to Motivation with Fred, Motivational Sessions for the kidney disease and the dialysis patients. Listen, I don't care who you are, whatever it is that seems to try to control your life, to make you feel that it defines you or tell you that you can't be more than what you are. Listen, this motivational session is for you to get encouraged, to get empowered, to get inspired, to get educated, to get to a place motivated to live your best life. I'm Fred Hill, the founder of Dialysis Is Not Your Life. Listen, check us out on dialysisisnotyourlife.com. Also, subscribe to us. Listen, all social media. Check us out. And for myself, I am an advocate for dialysis because I was on dialysis for 3 years, peritoneal and hemo. I have a kidney transplant in 2015, and we have been going hard ever since, because I want everyone to know that because you're on dialysis, it does not mean that your life is over. That dialysis is a second chance at life for you to live your life out loud, for you to live your life big, to understand that dialysis is the battery that keeps you alive. So what are you doing with the second chance that you have because of dialysis? And listen, I'm excited. I'm trying my best to slow this down so you can hear everything that I'm desiring to say. I want you to grasp this. 2024 is about creating a winning mindset. And I said this last week, you are born to win, but in order to be a winner, you must plan to win, you must prepare to win, and you must expect to win. And that's what we're talking about for the rest of this year, creating a winning mindset and making you understand that you are a winner, and winners win. We do not lose, we learn, and we move forth, and we go forth, and we get what is ours. Listen, I want to give a shout out to my wife, baby daughter. I love you. And all those who are watching now, who will be watching, I'm excited. Listen, today we're going to be talking about doing the math. Do the math. Do the math. Do the math. This session right here, guys, I'm telling you, if you grasp this message, it will change your life forever. So I'm going to slow down because I don't want you to miss. I don't want to get too hyped to where I'm just going on and on and on and miss anything that I want to share. So listen, we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come right back, and we're going to jump right into this. All right. So y'all get ready. This is it. I am excited.
Dialysis Is Not Your Life, the book and workbook by international author Fred Hill, is available on Amazon.com. The power to redefine your life while on dialysis. Dialysis is a second chance at life. So what are you doing with this chance? I know that dialysis is challenging. I was on dialysis for 3 years, hemo and peritoneal. But you can still live a high quality, fulfilled life while on dialysis. You can get your energy back, your confidence and sex life back. Still go after your dreams and live your life out loud while on dialysis. The book teaches you that dialysis is not the end for you. It is possible to live and enjoy life. The workbook takes you step by step to make it all a reality. This book and workbook are helping and changing the lives of dialysis patients across the globe. So go to Amazon.com, order the book and workbook, and get your life back. Life is waiting on you.
Okay, we're back. We're going to jump into this. Listen, do the math. One thing that I realized, and this is every beginning of the year, how people come in with their New Year's resolutions and they say, listen, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do all these different things. And they're good for at least 2 months. I know. And then the third month, everything starts falling off. Because understand it's not working out like they thought it would. It's taking more time than what they thought it would. They're not seeing the results that they thought they would see in the time that they thought that they would see it. And the reason why they quit is because they did not do the math. Listen, I want to jump into this. I'm going to slow it down. Listen, doing the math, what it means is to make a calculation or come to a conclusion based on the relevant facts and figures with the implication that the results is or should be obvious. In other words, when you do the math, numbers don't lie. When you do the math and you calculate it and you come to the conclusion, it's going to be what it's going to be. It is what it is. When you do the math, listen, it makes everything add up. It makes everything make sense. You understand the what, the why, and the how. And see, this is where we got to when it comes to doing the math, because when you do the math, you will understand when in mistakes, what did I do in order to get where I am? Why did this happen to me? How did I get to this bad place? What is it that I did, or what is it that I allowed? What were the decisions that I made? Why? So when you look at your life and you see the things in your life that you don't know why you hear, understand the reality is you do know, because it is a sum total of your decisions. It's a sum total of your actions or inactions in order for you to be in the place of where you are right now. Wow. And so it goes the same way. In order to change things and to be better for your goals, your hopes, your dreams, your desires, what do I have to do in order to get it? Why do I want to do it in order to get it? And how do I do it to make it happen? And when you do the math, understand you will find yourself walking and operating, living in your hopes and your dreams, your desires, living your best life, because you did the math. You did the math. Now, this is awesome because many people, I said this before, they never complete what they started because they don't do the math. They don't do the math. They give up. Some never start because they don't do the math. But one thing I realized in life is this: the mistakes that I made, if I would have done the math, I would not have made the mistakes. Because it has to come to a place to where it's no longer about your feelings or how you feel or your emotions, but it has to come to a place to where you got to do the math. How is this going to add up for me? Why do I need to do it? Again, what am I doing? Because there's some things in life when you do the math. There are some people in life when you do the math, they can't afford, let me put it this way, you can't afford for them to be in your life. Why? Because some people, they are too negative. Some people, gonna go here, you are too attracted to them. You want to sleep with them. You want them to be in a place of your life where they do not need to be. Why? Because you're married. There might be married. You're in a relationship. But you can't afford for them to be in your life. They may have what you need, may have the answers, but because you are so attracted to them, they do not need to be in your life. And I said before, negative people in your life, always talking negative, always can't do, can't have, can't be, can't, and talking negative, it ain't going to work out for you. Understand, these are people that you cannot afford for them to be in your life when you do the math. People who spend so much, and you're in a place where you're trying to save. So let's go shopping, let's go eating, let's go out, let's go dancing, let's go here, let's go this, and it's all money. And so in this season of your life, because you're trying to get somewhere and you're trying to save, therefore you can't afford for them to be in your circle at this time. Now, once you get your dreams and you get your money right and you're rolling and you balling, then you go, okay, I'm ready to go. But see, understand, you can't afford to have people in your life that's going to keep you at the status quo. You cannot afford to have people in your life that's going to keep you being average and mediocre. You cannot afford to have people in your life that's not going to expose you to greater and better things. You cannot afford to have people in your life that's not going to challenge you, because if you're not challenged, you're not going to change. You cannot have people in your life that's not going to hold you accountable for what you say and what you do when they know your hopes and dreams. You cannot afford to have people in your life that's not going the same way that you're going. You got to understand, you cannot have, this is my greatest one, you cannot afford to have people in your life that do not believe in you. That's why you got to do the math. You got to do the math when it comes to relationships. You got to do the math when it comes to money, when it comes to health, when it comes to what you're desiring to do in life, because you'll find out some things that you can't afford, but then you'll find out there's some opportunities that you can't afford to give up or that you cannot afford to pass by, because understand, it's going to get you to the place where you need to be. So understand, whatever dream, whatever goal, whatever desire, aspiration that you have in life, listen, it's going to cost you something. Slowing down. If you want to get your health right, get your health better, it's going to cost you something. You want to work on your relationships, your marriage, it's going to cost you something. If you're trying to get a house, car, trying to start a business, it's going to cost you something, and you must do the math so that you can make the decision. Am I willing to pay the price for what I desire to have? Am I willing to pay the price for what I'm desiring to be or to do in life? Am I really willing to pay the price? Because the greater the goal, the greater the cost, the greater the dream, the greater the cost, the greater the desire and aspiration, the greater the cost. And so you must do the math. Wow. You must do the math in time, talent, and in treasure. Wow. You must do the math in time, talent, and treasure. How much time is it going to take me to accomplish goals, to accomplish dreams, to accomplish desires? How much time is it going to take? And how much time am I going to spend on this daily? What about my talent? What is the effort, the amount of effort? What is the skill? What are the things that I'm going to have to learn? What is the help that I'm going to need in order to accomplish the goals, the dreams, and desires? What is the effort, the work? There it is. The work that I'm going to have to do. You may have to work 7 days a week, 14, 16, 18 hours a day. Are you willing to put forth that type of talent, skill, effort? You may have to go to school, back to school. You may have to ask for help, to put your pride down and say, can I get some help with this? Are you willing to ask the one that you've been portraying that you got it all together. Now you got to go to them because they have the real answer, because you've been perpetrating all this time. Listen, I would rather be rich than act rich. I would rather have it than act like I don't have it. I would rather be well than act like I'm well. And so it comes to a place, are you willing to do it? So when it comes even from the talent, when it comes to a place to your treasure, are you willing? How much money is it going to cost you? What is it going to cost? And then what is it going to sacrifice? Wow. What am I going to have to sacrifice? Now, when you sacrificing, you're going to sacrifice time from loved ones, your sleep. You may have to sacrifice food because you're trying to lose the weight to eat something that you don't like. You may have to spend money in order to invest in yourself versus because understand, nobody is going to invest in you until you invest in yourself. You can't go on vacations. You may have to come to a place where you can't hang out with folk. You may have to stop watching TV and social media. You may have to quit some habits. This season may be, I can't have any fun for the next month, the next 2 months, because I'm focusing on what I got to do in order to reach my goals, my dreams, my desires, to go after the thing that won't leave me alone, that's in my gut, that's in my belly, that won't go away, and I got to make it happen for my life. So are you willing, when you look at the amount of money that you may have to spend in order to get there, when you look at it, say, hey, I may have to turn this car in or let this right here go. I may have to downsize. That's sacrifice. Told you I can't really, I got to slow it down. That's sacrifice. And when you understand this, when you do the math, you will find out how bad do you really want it? Are you willing to do the work? Are you really, really willing to put forth the effort when you see how much it's going to cost in time, talent, and treasure, in friendship, in being away and stopping habits that you love that they're not good for you, changing your eating habit, going to exercise, start adjusting your time, turning some things off, cutting some people off, coming to a place and say, no, I can't do this. I can't go. When you do the math, you will find out how bad do you really want it. Because see, when you do the math, you break down what you need to do, what needs to be done step by step, and you make it possible, because understand it's a big thing that you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to come out of debt and your debt is $400,000, you're looking at, wow, I don't have this money. If you're looking at your health, trying to get to a place to get your blood pressure down, getting your glucose and your sugar stuff down, and understand if you're at a place to where you're trying to lose the weight, get relationships back, fix your marriage, you're seeing how bad it is. You got to break it down to steps to where you can make it possible for you. What I mean by this, let me say it like this. Don't look at the flight of stairs. Don't look at the whole thing. Don't look at the whole wall of China. Focus on the one step that you've got to take. See, when you focus on the one step that makes it possible, when you focus on the one step, the first step that you got to make, you make that step and you make it possible and you do the work. And see, that'll put you in a place where you understand, I'm not going to skip the steps, but I'll do step by step by step. So there, I won't quit. I won't give up, because I'm doing the math for the step today. Then I'll go do the step tomorrow. I will be intentional. I will not move upon my feelings or my emotions, but I will understand what needs to be done. And I'm going to go after it, and I'm going to make it happen for my life. See, when you do the math, you will show up for yourself each day, and you will not show up for yourself empty-handed. See, the thing is, when you're looking at, you won't miss any more opportunities. You won't be in a place to where I woulda, shoulda, coulda. Won't be in a place to say, man, I wish I would have did this. I think about the investments and things that I've missed out on because I didn't do the math. Then I think about the investments where I lost thousands of dollars because we didn't do the math. Think about times and relationships of people that I dealt with, but they were no good for me and caused me to lose time, talent, and treasure. Then I think about because I didn't do the math. And then I think about relationships that I should have connected with that would have put me in higher places and had me moving towards my dreams and my goals. But because of my pride, because of what I may have thought of myself, that I wasn't good enough, I allowed things to pass me by. So I'm going to say this right here. It's time for you to show up for you. It's time for you to do the math, put the demand on your life, and get your life back. Every area of your life. Because listen, life is waiting on you. Wow. Life is waiting on you. And I think about this, as long as you're sitting and life is passing us by, calling your name, Fred, 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 I'm here. Life is here. I'm waiting on you. Life is here for your marriage. Life is here for your job, for your business. Life is here for your money. Life is here for you to live and enjoy life to the greatest level of life. But because we won't do the math, we miss out on so much. So I ask you today, homework. And I don't think I've ever done this. Look at your life, where you are right now. Do the math. Find out, why am I here? Get to the root of it so that you can pull it up and change it. Then do the math to figure out, how do I get from where I am to where I desire to be in life? Because you can. You're not too old. You're not the wrong color. It doesn't matter who your parents were. It doesn't matter your disease or your chronic illness or your money, how much money that you have right now. Listen, it comes to a place of principle. Yeah, because you can find out from where you are. Think about this guy said he went from $0 to $41 million. If he can do it, we can do it. But you must do the math. Don't wait. Do it today. Favorite verse. Here we go. If you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get anything done. So go for more in 2024. Life belongs to you. You can have it. You can have it. Please share this message with someone else to let them know. Do the math. You can change your life because numbers don't lie. You guys have a great one. We'll see you next week. See you next week. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Motivate, motivate.